Traci K. I love you in this place. Thank you for coming to share your practice with me on another spiritual vibe message. If you haven't, and it's your first time and you're already not, you need to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Dr. Traci K with an I. And you can find us on our series at the Working It Out series on Facebook, where you can find me also there. But we also have a podcast. I also have a podcast that's called the Working It Out series. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and all the others, iHeart, all that stuff. You can find that. And so listen to some of our past episodes and episodes maybe that you haven't heard. So um let's all come together in a positive insight spiritual vibe message because today I want to talk about a secret for a successful life. And um, as you know, a lot of times, in order to believe, we have to achieve. That's one of my trademark mottos. And the whole for us as believers is obtaining freedom. And how do you do that? How do you attain that freedom? Because that is basically what we want in a successful life. It's about freedom. So a lot of times there has I'll tell you something, it's not about being a millionaire. It's not about that. Success comes from freedom. It's about freedom. It's about notability. It's about um, things that your spirit, not in the flesh, but your spirit has rise to what your destiny of your creator has for you. And of course, you can also, with your free will, enhance that. Successful people are people who live intensely, and this is the secret I'm going to give you. Are you listening? You're listening, right? Okay. You're listening, right? Can anybody guess what it is? Not about being a millionaire. It's about goal setting. Goal setting is a secret for a successful life. Successful people are people who live intensely goal oriented lives by implementing discipline, obedience, and that is what our Creator wants, and that is what He gives us, what she gives us, or higher power, universe, whatever you call it, is discipline and goal setting. Normally, people have, and I do this. Let me tell you, I do this. If you haven't checked out my video, and I'll link it, is about some of the 7 habits you should definitely take on every year, like for people to get you motivated for New Year's. It's about goal setting, changing your goals. So clearly define goals with specific measures to indicate specific goal. And that is what has to be achieved. I do this every day. It's something I need to do. I always have um, a pad of paper. I was so thankful. I got a gift. You know, I am a cat mom, so they gave me a big, big stack for Christmas. One of the gifts was a big stack of a to-do list pad. And it has like thousands of pages. And I love that. It's right next to me, and it's real pretty, and I have my sticker on top of it. It's like I grab one of those every day. It keeps me goal oriented, keeps me focused. So I started a to do list. Now I like to put on the top of that to do list. I like to say the finishers list. So I start writing down whether it's a day or the week, and I think that really helps a lot. So in a sense of goal setting, it's not just a vague or generalized statement I mentioned here. So good. If you study very well, I'm a book nerd. I'm a nerd. I've always been that. I'm a Virgo. I'm analytical. I'm detail oriented. I can be critical at times, but I'm very passionate in giving a sense of knowing what I want. I know what I want. I know what path. And I know at the end, and I'm sure you do too. You have a lot of dreams. People have dreams. The enemy, when they see that as you're focusing on your path, they will do everything in their power to stop you or to keep you distracted or away from what your creator has made you goal oriented and manifesting. That's what they'll do. Whether it be, I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of good stories out there. So, I mean, why do people often attempt goal setting? Why do you think that is? Anybody? Think about it. Comment in below. I want to hear about. Or if you're in the chat, if you're in the chat right now and you're listening, you're on the premiere, put down. What do people often attempt goal setting for? So simply to be, why do people often attempt goal setting to be simply to be unsuccessful and be frustrated with that process and outcomes? And I mean, that happens to me. Like I'll be so I'm such a positive person, then I'll have that family member or that person on social media or hater, and they'll come at you and they'll say, they think you're crazy. You're crazy. Let me tell you something. When they think you're crazy, you know you're going on the right path. When you've got those kind of people, that is letting you tell you that you are right there. Because I don't care what anybody says, you are unique. Everybody has a unique print. God, our creator, universe, whatever you call it, gave us, we're all special. We have all unique prints. And each one of us is meant to be. We have a destiny. So the fact is, the importance of goals cannot be just emphasized enough here. Most people just do not recognize the importance of goal setting because they're constantly, maybe you were raised like I was all the time where, you know, it was that slave mentality where, you were put into that do this for this person. No, you can't have a personality. You can't have it. You do what I want. You do what I say. And or you're nothing. You nobody ever wants to pay you. You're always dealing with people that are not paying you. You're always dealing with people that so true. But that's the hard thing. That's strong. Today's society with the technology and the hacker, it's so hard if you're not. It's a constant frustration. I know it is. That's why it's important to both. I cannot emphasize enough. But however, most people just don't recognize that because of the way they've been around. The curse of your family, the curse of your coworkers, the place you're at. Um, I see it on social media. I see one lady, I won't say her name, but she's always putting herself down. Always, I'm sick, I'm dying, I'm this and I'm that. Just blah 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 blah. It's just so you're just like, my gosh, somebody just shoot her dead or something. She's just definitely a, what do you call that? Debbie Downer type deal, what's called. So in the penses, I'm just like, oh my goodness. And you can't let that happen. You've got to break the generational curse. Fact is, this is most likely due to the fact that they were not raised in a home where goal setting, achieving, and set goals are practiced. I myself did. I had a mother that raised me. She was very strict. She wasn't very nurturing. She wasn't very loved, but she was government. It just so a lot of times you aren't nurtured. We aren't raised up to say you know, I it's constant put down, but in put down, put down. They think that's the way you're going to be successful. If it's called tough love. That generation is ridiculous because today's generation, we look at the mold of that positive. We need that. Your mothers, your fathers, I don't care how old or whatever your son are, you got to stop putting your kids down. It's a reflection on who you are. It's what you are. And that means you're not happy yourself. You're not whatever. You can't do that. You've got to be, and so you don't need to. Let me tell you a story where this person, raised in the slums, um, was abused by parents, left out, uh, abandoned, foster care. That did not brand him for that. And he went on, maybe in a later life, but he did it and he got out of that and he is very successful in what he did. He lived out of his car. He lived in the slums almost, but he chat right now, and he is one of the most successful. And it's not like he didn't have things. He had a divorce where his wife took all millions and millions and millions of dollars, and he lost a child. But yet he came back strong, and he kept that positive attitude, kept that personal development, self-esteem, boosted him, and he know why he did it because he knew, like I know, like everybody knows, you know that you are a child of the Most High. But you've got to claim that. You've got to claim it. Don't go criticizing and complaining. It gets the universe is so sick of that. God is just like, you need to come boldly. You need to be thankful and grateful first, and then you need to come boldly and ask boldly, and you shall receive. It says so in Matthew. Let me tell you something. When you're royalty, nothing, nobody, devil, enemies, family, co cannot keep you from that. Don't ever. You need to say to yourself every single day, I am worthy. I am valued. I am royalty. I am a child of Most High. I know my destiny. Listen. I listen. I goal oriented. I speak it. Even if you, even, yeah, you're gonna look crazy. It's okay. Crazy's fun. Everybody's crazy out here. But it's like, no, it's like there's this goal setting called mirroring. Actually, do that. It's people often don't practice this goal setting because they simply do not know how to go about it. Many times people are under the impression that they do have goals. Well, actually, they're only in a series of vague daydreaming or wishes or complaining, like to be happy or to make a lot of money. Um, there was a study done about. I'm gonna tell you something. These are. He's a very successful personal development. He is. He's a bestseller. He's everywhere. He works on fire. But the point is, another one is a billionaire, and you know who that is? This person. I was on a Zoom call in a an event that I was invited to, VIP, and that person interviewed also Warren Buffett. And he was doing this interviewing of all these people that are successful in their career and successful in wealth. And it's funny because you look at the people with wealth, they don't take care of their health. They always have these health problems. But they asked one thing. As he asked, said, "Hey, what where did you see you actually becoming successful?" And he actually stated, he said, "You know how I became successful? I I set goals and I became disciplined, but the main thing is self-education. Self-education is something that he said is what he did. He's constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly expanding. And he said, Warren Buffett actually, I didn't actually become very, very wealthy until I had actually retired. So that really interested me when he said that. He said, I actually become a success in in my life, in a sense, until I actually retired. So the common goal setting is to desire financial wealth, right? But today's wealth is not even where you can touch it anymore. It's just out there. because everything's digital. So to hold something like a dollar bill, $10, $100 bill is something you should treasure always because let me tell you, that is going to become like these coins are because everything's digital. So, like, you don't even know it, but some people look at you. I did this. I looked myself up and wanted to know what the systems out here considered my net value, and I was actually shocked and impressed because people actually looked at me as a net value from my successes and my achievements worth millions of dollars. And that boosted my ego like you wouldn't believe. And so when individuals ask what they would do with $1 million, because everybody gets $1 million. $1 million, you get $1 million, you get $1 million, I get $1 million, everybody gets $1 million, right? Most people don't have, what are you going to do with it? Most people don't have a ready answer. I've done that. I mean, I just, because they don't have set goals. Goal setting helps individuals focus positive aspects of work and achievement. Most people must work to support themselves. One of the first goals had to do with acquiring education. Like I said, self education is so important. You to get a job. I can't stand that word job. I don't like that word. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I love doing this because this is like my alone. People use the Bible as a weapon in a sense. I use my Webster. I love my Webster. So let's look at job. Okay, job. I'm looking it up. Big paragraph for job. Job is a piece of work done as part of one's occupation or for a price. A post of employment. Any task or project. The material item being worked upon. Work, job, odd pieces. So, in a sense, it's about work. Work. It's not something that you're goal oriented, right? Goal oriented about the motions. So, when you talk about that, do this job because I got to pay bills. I want to be able to have a house, I got to have electricity, buy food. So that most people think they don't look they see it as a job. Saving money to invest in home ownership, your kids, goal setting contributes to an environment that is inductive to self improvement. So it's self empowered growth. The secrets to self empowered growth. If you haven't already got my book on that, Secrets to Self Empowered book, I got a body, mind, and spirit badge for that as author, and also an Times expert, spiritual growth expert badge for that also in my book. You can buy it anywhere on Amazon, anywhere, and any bookstore, Books a Million, Barnes and Noble, and that will help you totally give you more to goal setting. Goal setting requires first that you understand where your enjoyment is, not a job, but where your enjoyment is, where life comes from. What do you want for your life on a daily basis? Don't let the burden of somebody else bring you down. PTSD on them, baby. I don't care. Goal setting should be the first thing. Should not, and shouldn't be like a job. It should be not a burden. He does not want you. The universe does not want to be a burden. It is out there to grab, to claim it. All you gotta do is ask, and you shall receive. Seek, ask, knock, and receive. Says so in Matthew. Again, I said this. Discover secrets to a successful goal setting for your achievers. Believe to achieve, you must be a believer, and a motivational guide is also to help you. People often don't practice goal setting. They're so focused on everything else. People have to inherit. People have uncertainty, measurable. You're nothing. You're nobody. You're never going to be this. Nobody that. Reject, reject. No, no, no. I don't care. You need to start boosting. I'm sure that's going in your mind right now. Isn't it? Oh, I'm a failure. They don't like me anymore. They don't want to associate with me anymore. I'm lost things. I'm alone. Whatever. Just what I'm telling you right now. Because it's meant to be. It doesn't mean that you're not a royalty. You are. You are valued. Say it. I am valued. I am worthy. I am a believer, so I will achieve. I'm a believer. I will achieve. Believe to achieve. I am attractive. I am gorgeous. I'm unique. I'm I have a wonderful voice. I have a lot of people enjoys failing. It is painful often, rejection. You may not hear, don't you know that when you deal with these women, right? Oh, you got to be not afraid of those rejection. Failure is unfortunately not something that cannot be avoided altogether. We wish, but that's okay. The way we respond to failure is how ever can be controlled, shifted. Failure is a building block for a successful life. Everybody, we're human. We're human. So that is something that's a step closer to living a successful life. So let's come together right now and start goal setting. Goal setting. Say that I'm valued. I'm a goal setter. I'm an achiever. I will ask boldly and I will receive boldly and I will receive. Ask big. He loves that. They love that. The universe loves that. With Dr. Traci K, I'm a nobody. I'm nothing. Nobody gives me, I don't have any friends. I don't have any this. They say I'm a friend. If those people have fallen away out from your life, it was meant to be. Just say goodbye. Thank you. And move on. It's not, you've got to be happy with yourself. You have to love yourself first. Self empowered growth. The advantage of living with a goal setting, it can, it's part of your, it should be part of your life. In fact, people enjoy more financial security, more rewarding relationships, are more at peace with themselves, and accomplish a great deal more than people than those most people who just talk about it, and don't focus on putting other people down, other people blame to make themselves raise up. That's not the way it should be. You should never do that. So living a goal-oriented life is the secret, one of them, to unlocking this positive shift into mindset and releases and draws the necessary energy to do whatever it takes to achieve that goal. Goal setting. Goal setting. Goal setting can therefore be regarded as a master skill. Be a master at it because he, the higher power, says you are a masterpiece. Do you know that I you might not know anything about art, but art is so valuable. And it is something that maybe you could be a copy of it, but it's not something that you see as valuable. But say this person bought, and maybe you not even think it looks pretty. It's not like it's abstract. What is that? Ugh. And then you find out, well, I spent $1 million on that painting. Of course it is. And they go, whoa. And then you all of a sudden shift and say, well, I kind of like it now. Right? I'm kind of liking this now. But $5 million is in a painting. So my question to you is, you are a masterpiece? You are a masterpiece, right? You'll become a masterpiece. Take that goal set. And oh, so good, you love the spiritual vibe message. So come together right now. Put your hands together in your heart center prayer mode. Thank you for coming to share your practice today. You are loved. You are valued. Bless you. Shine the light on you. Lift your hands up and shine light to the world, the rest of the world, and vow to claim it. Yes, so good. See you in the next message.